read from the first statement that came from the Declaration of the Occupation of Wall Street in New York City.
Yeah!
As one people united, we acknowledge the reality that the future of the human race requires the cooperation of its members. That our system must protect our rights. And upon corruption of that system, it is up to the individuals to protect their own rights. We come to you at a time when corporations which praise profit over people, self-interest over justice, and oppression over equality run our governments. Let these facts be known. They have taken bailouts from taxpayers with impunity and continue to give executives exorbitant bonuses. They have poisoned the food supply through negligence and undermined the farming system through monopolization. Mic check!
Mic check!
All right, repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
They have continuously sought to strip employees of the right to negotiate for better pay and safer working conditions. This is a good one. They have held students hostage with tens of thousands of dollars of debt. They have consistently outsourced labor. And use that outsourcing to leverage cuts to workers' health care and pay. We, the New York City General Assembly, occupying Wall Street, urge you to assert your power. Exercise your right to peacefully assemble. Occupy public space. Create a process to address the problems we face. And generate solutions accessible to everyone. Woo! Yeah. So people have been asking me, what's wrong with SUNY?
People have been asking me what's wrong with SUNY.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in.
There's up to 6 students living in basements, in student lounges, and in dorm rooms. That shit ain't right! While increasing the number of students, their pay, they are decreasing our services. Waiting an hour to get shitty food in Campus Center is bullshit. The expectations and conditions for the people working in Campus Center is unacceptable. Now let's talk about student advisement. Actually graduating on time in a department of your choice. Student choice is going down where those salaries go up. That's wrong. This is public. This is So and the other question people ask me, why are we walking out? What do you expect to do? It's a great question. Because we've been around for a year now trying to negotiate with this administration with no answers and no response, and we find that unacceptable. And I want to close with a quote that's not mine, because my voice is one, but it's one of many. As long as the world shall last, there will be wrongs, and if no one objects and no one rebels, those wrongs will continue forever.
Alright, cool. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? My name does not matter either, but I'll tell you anyway. It's Simon. I want to start whatever we can call this this collection of words with a quote from a book by Paul Beatty. He says, like the good Reverend Dr. King, I too have a dream, but then I wake up and realize I'm late for work. Okay, cool. So let's talk about dreams. I'm not talking about night terrors or your personal hopes and aspirations. I'm talking about a delusion sustained on a national scale. I'm talking about the American dream. Living in this country, we perceive that we have the right to a 9-to-5 job and the honest toil that comes along with it, which eventually puts us one day in the position of being able to put someone else to work as we kick back in our golden years and send our kids off to college without them ever having experienced labor in a meaningful way. Okay. There's just one problem. This country has changed, and this dream no longer fits.
That's right.
We still picture ourselves in positions of power and access similar to those the administration of this school currently occupy. But this fulfillment of the American dream is seen as our birthright. This has turned into an American vision of entitlement. There are two problems with this. First, there is no room at the top. This structure was built with this in mind. In this pyramid of power, reaching the top requires forcibly removing the person above you and then shoving yourself into the same mold so that there is no visible difference between you and your predecessor. Second, this perversion of the American dream requires that the dreamer dissociate herself from the actual quality of her current existence, identifying instead with that which she is not. The fat cats and the moneymakers that run institutions like this.